So the 2019 Copa America is starting up this weekend. The South Americans will be kicking off an awesome summer of international football ahead of us, with the opening game being the host Neymarless Brazil taking on Bolivia in Sao Paulo. It's going to be fascinating to watch as Messi is out to grab a career-first international trophy for Argentina. Brazil will be having a point to prove without their injured star Neymar. Chile will be attempting to defend their back-to-back Copa America titles in 2015 and 2016. Ever-present dark horses like Colombia and Uruguay will be competing in there as well, and the two invited nations in Japan and Qatar will be participating whether the fans like it or not. It will be an extremely fiery and entertaining tournament. So before it all goes down, let's see the tournament in action within FIFA 19. Career mode, tournament mode, and the final on the pitch as well. A sneak peek of what's to come, or maybe an outrageous prediction from FIFA. Let's see what they have in store for us. And guys, if you go on to enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up on the video. It helps it out so much. Subscribe down below for more FIFA 19 career mode content. Smash the notification bell so you never miss out on a video. Comment down below who you think will win the Copa America. My money is either on Argentina or Brazil. Follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description if you want my live reactions from the Copa America as it happens. But yeah, let's just get straight into it now. We're in FIFA 19 career mode. Let's just dive straight into the video. So here we are in FIFA 19 career mode, and as you can see, all the national squads have been announced. Colombia, Brazil, Argentina in there as well. So it'll be interesting. You can get a little sneak peek at the squad that will be competing in this simulation. But we're going to go through the groups of the Copa America, or as EA like to call it, the South America Cup. And here in Group A, obviously, it's going to be different to real life because it's in career mode. It's going to be randomized. The Copa America isn't licensed in FIFA or career mode. So Group A, one thing they've gotten right is Brazil. They're the host, so they are number one in Group A. It's going to be Chile, Peru, and Mexico. That's a very interesting, spicy group there because you got the host Brazil, the former back-to-back champions, Mexico, always a danger, and Peru, fresh off their 2018 World Cup. So that'll be interesting. We go to Group B. Here we have Uruguay, Colombia, the teams which I said at the start of the video were like the dark horses. They're always there. They're always in and around contention, but haven't won it in a while. Uruguay, Colombia. Then we have two smaller sides in Venezuela and Bolivia, Group B. So it's going to be a big fight for them to compete in that top two. Then we move on to Group C. It's a bit of an easier group for Argentina and Lionel Messi, as Argentina, Paraguay, Ecuador, and the invited United States into the tournament. So the two invited teams in career mode are Mexico and the United States to make up the 12 teams, because always, every Copa America, they have to invite two nations because otherwise they can't make a proper tournament with three groups. I know, it's crazy, but Mexico and USA are the most viable options. They make sense, so at least it's not Japan or Qatar. But we're going to simulate the group stages, see who progresses in this one. So let's see what FIFA 19 thinks. So we've reached the end of the group stages, and it looks like we've had a few shocks here. Although Brazil have finished on top with 3 wins out of 3 expected from the host. Chile have progressed out of the group with 4 points there, a very balanced start for them. And then Mexico with 2, Peru finishing bottom with 1, but 2 out of the 3 third place teams are going to qualify for the quarterfinals, so we have to keep an eye out on that as we move on to Group B. It is Uruguay and Venezuela finishing in the top 2. I said Venezuela and Bolivia were going to have a tough time, but Colombia have bottled it here. 2 draws and 1 loss for them. And then Bolivia finishing bottom. That is tough for James Rodriguez and Colombia. Venezuela with a great start to the tournament for them, finishing with 4 points. But we move on to Group C, and it's going to be Argentina and USA finishing joint top, but it's Lionel Messi's Argentina finishing first on goal difference. Then Paraguay and Ecuador both finishing outside the top 2. Paraguay with 3 points, so we'll see how that affects the quarterfinals. As you can see there, either Mexico, Colombia, or Paraguay will qualify. 2 of them will qualify for the quarterfinals. We'll have a look and see. It's going to be Mexico and Paraguay. So Colombia, a shock exit in the group stage for James and Colombia, but it's going to be Brazil taking on Mexico Chile are versing the United States, Uruguay are facing Paraguay, and Argentina taking on Venezuela. So very interesting quarterfinal matchups there. Still can't believe the Colombia elimination, but we move on to the quarterfinals. Let's see how this one goes. So the quarterfinals are done and dusted, and the host Brazil continue their run to the final with a 2-1 win over Mexico. The United States get a 2-0 victory over Chile. Maybe a bit of an upset there, but Uruguay breeze past Paraguay with a 3-0 win, and Argentina edge it past Venezuela 2-1. So the semi-finals are set up for Brazil versus the United States, Uruguay versus Argentina. Very, very interesting matchups there. Obviously, Uruguay and Argentina, two South American powerhouses, and the hosts taking on guest nation USA. So the semi-finals, they can swing either way. Maybe we'll get an upset, maybe we won't, but I feel like Brazil and Argentina will go through to the final. That will be the most interesting final, I guess. We'll have to wait and see. Well, the semi-finals are done and dusted, and Brazil do a demolition job on the United States here. 5-0. A 5-star performance for Brazil, just like the stars upon their badge, but United States get humiliated in the semi-finals. A good run for them, but Argentina edge it past their neighbors Uruguay 1-0. They're just grinding out results here. So the third place match will be the United States versus Uruguay, and that means it's the final that we all wanted. The final that is going to be a very interesting matchup. Brazil are taking on Argentina. So let's see what happens there. Will Brazil, the host, win it, or Lionel Messi and Argentina win their first Copa America since the 1990s? We're gonna have to find out. So it's the host Brazil that prevail in this one. They are victorious 2-0 over Argentina. Argentina can't edge out another result, and Brazil will win yet another Copa America. Third place goes to the United States with a 2-1 victory over Uruguay. So the guest country going all the way to third. Uruguay finish within the top 4, but Brazil win on home turf against their fierce rivals, their fierce enemies in Argentina. Lionel Messi and Argentina failing to win yet another final, but I guess they'll have the opportunity to do it all again in 2020 with the Copa America next year. Yes, they will be back-to-back Copa Americas. It's been crazy. We've had about 5 in this whole decade. What a tournament from Brazil. As you can see here, they are going to be celebrating all night. They're going to be celebrating until next year. Neymar Jr., keep in mind they have him in this simulation, so in real life they won't have their star player in Neymar, but there he is in the press conference room with the trophy. So keep that in mind. As you can see there, Brazil victorious over rivals, and EA and FIFA career mode are thinking the hosts will pull through in this year's Copa America. We're gonna have to wait and see over the course of the next few weeks. But we're moving on into the top goal scorers, and it's actually an unlikely goal scorer here. Fabinho, the central defensive midfielder for Liverpool, gets 6 goals in 6 matches, becoming the Golden Boot winner for the tournament. Lo for Argentina getting 4 goals. Zardes for the United States getting 3. Cavani with 3 as well. Gabriel Jesus, Neymar up there. Roberto Firmino in there. Venezuela get a few. Martinez, Sanabria for Paraguay. Casemiro, Torreira, Aguero. Interesting top goal scorer there in Fabinho, but it is what it is. We go to the assists, and it's Anor for Venezuela. I've actually never heard of him, but he gets 3 assists. Neymar with 2. Aguero with 2. Bentancur with 2. And then Messi and Dybala for Argentina finish it off. Edison got the Golden Glove with 5 clean sheets in 6 matches. That is absolutely outstanding from the Brazilian goalkeeper. No Alisson in goal for Brazil, but he does get the Golden Glove. A few random stats there like yellow cards and red cards. I don't know if that's interesting, but those were the top goal scorers and assists for the Copa America. So that's what FIFA 19 career mode thinks. Now let's have a look and see how the tournament will pan out in FIFA 19 tournament mode. And there were a bit of workarounds we had to do because we couldn't do a tournament with 12 teams. It had to be 16. It went from 8 to 16, and of course we weren't going to do less teams. We had to do just a few more. We had to, instead of 2 invited guests, we had to do 4. So let me run you through it. Group A, we tried to make it as accurate as possible to real life. Group A is untouched. That is the group in real life. Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, and Venezuela. We move on to Group B, and considering the 2 guests, Japan and Qatar, aren't even in FIFA, we had to get teams that, weren't in South America, obviously. So Argentina, Colombia, Paraguay, and Qatar is the group in real life. But instead of Qatar, we put my nation in Australia because they've been rumored to be invited to the 2020 tournament. I know it's not 2020, obviously, but we had to go with someone, and that is the closest thing. They play in the same confederation as Qatar, so you can just take it as another Asian nation team. Group C, we have Chile, Ecuador, and it's supposed to be Japan, but they aren't in the game, so we've replaced them with the United States. The only reason they aren't there is because of the Gold Cup this summer, but then we have Uruguay sitting on the 4th position, and that is pretty much the exact same group except of Japan. We've replaced Japan with the United States, and we move on to Group D. It's one more group. It's the weird one. It's the let's just call it the invited group. Mexico, which is yet another logical decision to invite, but because they have the Gold Cup, they can't do it in real life. Then we have India, New Zealand, and South Africa. So I've decided to put them all in one group, so there's more chance they'll get knocked out and they won't actually progress through and win it or make it to the final. But we've tried to make it as accurate as possible. We've had to work around a few things. We've had to improvise, but you get the gist. Let's see what tournament mode brings to the table that's a bit different to career mode. Will there be a different winner? Will there be different teams that progress? Who's going to be the top goal scorer? I don't think it will be Fabinho, but we'll have a look and see. So we finished the group stages here. Brazil and Peru come out of that one with 9 points for Brazil. They've done a back-to-back in both simulations. Peru sneak out of there with Venezuela and Bolivia going down. Group B is going to have Argentina and Colombia progress out of that. Australia, unlucky. So maybe that is a little sneak peek of next year's competition to see how Australia will do. They actually won against Argentina 2-0, which I don't believe for a second, but they unfortunately don't make it out the group. Colombia in there. Uruguay and Ecuador make it out of this one. Chile surprisingly finishing bottom, and the United States in there with 3rd. Mexico and South Africa progress through to the next round. They are into the quarterfinals, but we're going to take a look at the quarterfinals, and it's going to be Uruguay and South Africa. Uruguay take them out 3-1. Brazil, a 4-1 job on Colombia. Argentina with a comfortable 2-0 against Ecuador, and then Mexico with a 3-1 victory over Peru. Semi-finals do await us here in tournament mode. We have gotten Uruguay and Brazil, and then Argentina and Mexico, so there is a possibility that the same final can happen, 2 simulations in a row in 2 different game modes. We're going to have to take a look and see what happens. So maybe it's a bit of a shock, but Uruguay win 5-4 on penalties to Brazil, the host, 2-2. It ended up finishing in normal time, and then Uruguay went on to snatch it. Argentina, who is the team we have been controlling throughout this tournament, win 2-0 against Mexico, so that means the final will be Uruguay taking on Argentina. A very, very interesting matchup here. So that is the team going into the Copa America final in the tournament mode. We're just going to sim it because we are controlling Argentina at the end of the day. So let's see what happens in this one. Will Argentina lose another final? We'll skip it, and they don't. Lionel Messi, the GOAT, the hero for Argentina, wins them the game in the 60th minute. So the top goal scorers in tournament mode were Cavani, Neymar, and Lautaro Martinez, all tied on goals. They all take home the golden boot. Meanwhile, Messi end up with 3, Raul Jimenez ends up with 3 as well, and Rodriguez for Uruguay ends up with 3. Bala also getting 2 in there. Falcao getting 1 for Colombia, but we move on to the assist. Messi and Pereira from Argentina get 3 assists apiece. Neymar got in there as well, but then us.So for Argentina also getting a few assists, as well as clean sheets. It was Armani only with 2 clean sheets this time in tournament mode. Armani and Castro for Brazil get the clean sheets in that one, and either one of them probably took home the golden glove. And that is it for tournament mode. We're going to move on to a live preview of the Copa America final. We're going to put up Argentina versus Brazil, the 2 favorites, to see who comes out on top in a CPU versus CPU battle. Alright, here they are. The 2 rivals go head to head for the Copa America final. Neymar up for Brazil. Messi, Lautaro Martinez leading the line for Argentina. It's going to be fiery. It is going to be fierce. Let's see what goes down in this. And also, leave your predictions down below. Who's going to win this one, Brazil or Argentina? The Brazil fans out in force for this one. It's a bit more than international friendly. Copa America is going to be on the line in this CPU simulation. Messi and Neymar going head to head. I want to see this happen in real life, but we're going to see what happens if it goes down in FIFA 19. And this is how Brazil line up a very strong starting 11 for them. Alisson in between the sticks, Neymar the captain, Roberto Firmino, Coutinho, Fernandinho, Paulinho in the midfield as well, Casemiro, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, the centre-back partnership, and Alexandro and Marcelo at right back. How Argentina are going to line up, of course, Messi, the captain, starting up top, Lautaro Martinez in there as well, Pereira from Watford, Paredes and us.So in the midfield, Dybala on the wings, an interesting choice. Tagliafico at left back, Mercado, Petzela, a very strong team from both, so it's going to be an interesting one. We're into added time here in the first half. Casemiro. Can Brazil get a nice piece of play here, but Montiel easily intercepts, and bit of a nervous opening 45, a bit boring, no shots to be recorded, but the Brazil fans are still loving it. Back to Lautaro, nice little build up as Lautaro gets it back again. Pereira gives it into Dybala's gonna have a shot, and Alisson with the save. That's the first shot of the match in the 57th minute from Argentina. Lautaro lays it off to Pereira, a big block in from the Brazilian defender, but Messi gives it back into Dybala in the box. Is that a penalty? Yes, it will be. Marquinhos gives away a penalty as the Argentinians were lurking in the box. They couldn't handle the pressure, and it is going to be Lionel Messi to step up for this one. Marquinhos does a foul on Dybala, and that's a stonewall penalty there. Bit soft, but still. Now Messi, will he convert this one to put it past Alisson here? Will he do it? The Argentinian captain, of course he does. He gets Alisson to go the wrong way, and there he is, praying to the gods, Lionel Messi, hopefully for him to pick up his first piece of international silverware. But it's a cool, calm and collected man in front of the Brazilian fans, and Alisson completely misjudged it. Slotted into the bottom right from, you guessed it, Mr. Messi. Finds Neymar. What's he going to do? Can he lead them to victory? It's a bit of a deflected shot, but Andrade didn't seem to have any problems with it. Messi finds Lautaro. He can see Paredes. Paredes lays it off. Pereira with a little 1-2, and Alisson with a big save there to keep it at 1-0. Paredes needs to fight for it. He loses the battle, wins it back yet again. Is he going to give it off? He does. He finds Lautaro Martinez. He's entered the box now. He takes the shot. This goes wide of the post from the youngster. Takes the left foot strike and could have got the second there for his country. In the 90th minute, Acuna comes on. Hands it off to Paredes. Paredes gives it into Messi. Messi's shot. Will the ref blow his whistle here? Argentina, are they going to get one last attack to finish the job? Lautaro gives it through to Messi. Messi with the strike, and Alisson with a big save there. And that is going to be it. Argentina are victorious over the host Brazil, and they go out to win the 2019 Copa America. That is what EA think. That is what FIFA thinks. Let me know down below, who do you think will win the Copa America in 2019? Will Lionel Messi get his first career international trophy? We're going to have to wait and see. We've got an awesome summer ahead of us in football, guys. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to slap a like on it. Follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Slap that big red subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been BCHD, and I'll catch you in the very next video.